Am I doing it right?
No.
This...
No.
Dagnabbit.
Okay, so now we are at Child's Play 3. And this came out just 1 year after the second one. And I'm gonna say, this is the point where we're gonna see almost a steady decline. Because I have many problems with this movie. First of all, I think why I feel like this movie is bad is that the studio already greenlighted and wanted to make this movie before the second one was released. And as I said, this was released 1 year after, like in 1991.
Yeah.
And the writer, Don Mancini, I don't think he really had an idea. So he was just kind of like forced to make another movie. Because Dan Mancini is he's the writer of all the Chucky movies. But this coming like, it feel like it was rushed. And this movie is just a cash grab at this point. This is just a cash grab, and I feel like Dawn had just like almost pointed at it by how they are portrayed, like the company. Because it's the same concept. They just care about money. The studios only care about money. They said, hey, make this movie before that movie was even done or released. That's a bad start.
You often you really visualize a lot of movies, and then you nitpick it, and then I feel like you're then coming to a conclusion with your little nitpicks and speaking loudly if you feel it's a cash grab out of the nitpicks that you grab.
I didn't understand a single thing that you said now.
Okay. Never mind.
No, try to explain that again and think of me like I'm 5 years old.
Oh, okay. You nitpick movie.
Okay, but are you talking about me personally now? Okay, so yeah.
So that's what you're doing with the movie. Is you're nitpicking like little sections of the movie, especially the parts that you really don't like, or like, especially when it's an entire movie, and then you base that off of your little nitpicks on whether or not you feel it's a cash grab, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, like, of course, it is just my opinion that it's a cash grab or not.
Yeah.
But if you know the concept of cash grabs in terms of like movies, sometimes it is very obvious, and sometimes like the very obvious is, for example, some of the Paranormal Activity movies. Yeah. I feel that it's complete cash grabs, and this one as well, since like the studio like greenlighted this before the second one was even released, because you don't even know if that's gonna perform well. But they know that as long as you have Chucky doing the same thing, it's gonna make money. And that's another reason why I think this is a cash grab, because Child's Play 3 is the same fucking thing as Child's Play 1 and 2. It's still Chucky trying to get Andy. It's the same fucking story 3 movies in a row.
Now that I get, that I understand, especially when they brought in a new kid, because it's no longer Andy that he decides that he wants. He's like, well, you know,
he changes his mind.
Fuck
yeah.
Andy. There's this stupid little boy that thinks I'm his best friend, so why not go after him instead?
Yeah.
So basically, they did almost like a repeat of 1, but they just found a whole new kid.
But like from the beginning, like Chucky's mission is still the same. But then he remembers that, oh yeah, but I actually did die, so now I'm gonna reveal myself to another one so I can possess his body. And I'm gonna say, like, that concept of like you can only possess the body of the first person you reveal your secret to, fucking weird.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion about what's cash grabs or not, based on how I feel like And for me, it's about why do they make the movie? Do they make the movie because, one, they have a story to tell? Two, is it because they want to expand the universe they have created? Or three, is it to make money? And then, like, based on the movie itself and the surroundings, I make up my mind about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to kind of point that out. But it's a valid point, and it's good that you point out, like, this is me based on what I see.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. But yeah, and that this is why I think this movie is bad. It's just the same as 1 and 2. Just worse.
This one, I feel like the story just got a little
stale.
Yeah, stale and boring, and the whole military ordeal, we really didn't care about that.
No.
It was just unnecessary scenes, especially like with the scene where you see Tyler finding Chucky or hiding with Chucky in the general officer or whatever in his room or whatever. And the two girls come and find him in there, and they're like, "Oh, we're playing with Chucky, putting on this scene. Why are you so cute?" So like that scene to me was really unnecessary. We didn't really care about that scene. It's kind of dumb.
I didn't care about the whole movie. Like the movie was just a drag to.
Yeah, but there's a scene where I kind of like because it shows a little twisted side of Chucky. Twisted, but it's when he switched out the bullets to their little guns and made it turn into real bullets.
And
they literally started killing each other without realizing it. And Chucky's just sitting down on a rock giggling. I'm like,
that was really
twisted little motherfucker.
That was a nice idea, and I also read about that they were supposed to make that scene a lot bloodier. Like a lot of people are dying because they shot each other, but they wanted to tone it down.
Yeah. Which was good. I liked it the way it was.
Yeah.
Too gory, but too much.
I think that's the only scene I like in this movie because it was actually something fresh, if I can say that.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna just say that Justin Whalen that plays Andy in this one, because of course Andy is older now, so it's not the same actor. I can't look at him without thinking of Jimmy from Superman and Lois. He's Jimmy.
Really?
And I can't picture him as anything else. And also, I feel like this is also something they did often earlier, that they portray like the main character, like Andy now. He's so fucking useless. He's so fucking useless. He can't do anything right, and you know what? It's not fun to watch. It's not entertaining. It's just frustrating.
I really wish. So Andy in 1 and 2, he is very innocent. He's still young, so I get it. Like they didn't. They wanted him to portray more of like a scared little boy that's going through a lot, which he was. Now on the third one, with him being a lot older and joining the military, I was hoping that they would have made him just a little more brave, because he's dealt with Chucky two movies.
Yeah.
So teach yourself to protect yourself. Be more brave. Be more accurate with ways that you can, defend yourself. But I don't know. It was just, they made him a wuss. Still.
Not only a wuss, but they made him go full like. I can't say it. The word. Because he can't do anything right. Because when they're marching, he can't do that. When they're like doing the drills with the guns, he can't do that. When they do like when they do whatever, he can't do anything. And that's what annoys me. He's fucking useless. Ow. Also, like, in general, the acting here in this movie.
All of them were bad.
Yeah, that was under par.
Didn't like any of them. You can tell they were all acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's just sad that this movie was just thrown in there so quickly. But also, I at this point, I'm not gonna blame Don Mancini, like the writer, because he was just told to make a fucking movie in like 9 months and release it. So far, Don, I'm not blaming you. But that's all I have to say. Like, this movie is so fucking boring. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to watch the Chucky movies, fucking skip this one.
The ending was okay too, with how they killed him.
Yeah.
But can they just end Chucky now?
No, because it keeps making money. So yeah, he dies, but he gets shredded basically.
Yeah.
There is something positive that comes out of that though, but that's for later. But yeah, you could skip this one because this adds nothing to the franchise. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Skip this fucking shit and live happily ever after.
What he said. Do it. Now.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes.